Hello music students! Today we're looking at Pop Goes the Weasel, and we're going to do it two different ways. We will strum the chords, but we are also going to pick the melody later on in the video. So if that's the part that you need help with, you can skip ahead in the video, past the chords, and just go to the melody part. But for right now, let's focus on the strumming for the chords. So in this song, we've got C major, G7, that's the 3-finger chord, first there, 2 and 3 here, and then F major, those 2 fingers, okay? Those are the 3 chords, that's it. And now I'm going to show a few different ways that we could strum to this one. It's supposed to be kind of a faster song, so if you really wanted to go fast, you could just do one strum for every measure and go C, G7, C. One thing I should point out is that we've got 3 beats per measure, so it's important to think 3. And then also, when you've got a measure that doesn't have a chord over it, like right there, I need to continue playing whatever chord is in front of it. So this would still be a C, and this would still be a C, and that would happen in the other spots as well. So now with the 3 beats per measure, I'm going to think C, 2, 3, G7, 2, 3, C, 2, 3, C, 2, 3, C, 2, 3, and so on through the whole song. So I think you get the idea there. So if I wanted to go fast, I could just do one strum each. C, 2, 3, G7, C, da, da, C, da, da, C, da, da, G, da, da, C, da, da, G, da, da, C, da, da, F, G, C, C. Okay? Or if we slow it down just a little bit, and this is what I want you to try first, we could do one strum for each beat. Okay, so I'm just going to strum 3 times in every measure. 1, 2, 3, C, G7, C, 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 G7, C, 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 G7, C, C, F, G7, C, C. And on the last one, I like to just end with one strum. It just kind of feels more final. Now I'm going to add in the down-up strumming. So I'm going to keep doing the same amount of down strums, but now every time I'm also going to come up on my strum as well. So here's how that would go. 1, 2, 3. C, 2, 3, G7, C, 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 G7, C, 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 G7, C, C, F, G7, C, C. All right? I'm going to sing along this time, doing it the same way. All around the cobbler's bench, the monkey chased the weasel. The monkey thought it's all in fun. Pop goes the weasel. All right. Now, here's the strum pattern that I personally like for this one, right down here at the bottom. I wrote it out for you. So for this one, I'm going to get rid of this so we don't get confused. For this one, I'm going to do for each measure, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, okay? Try that out just on C major. Down, down, up, down, down, good. And now I would want to get faster with this. Eventually, I'd like to be at about this speed. All right, but right now maybe we won't go quite that fast. That's just kind of what I'd want to work towards. So I'll start slower, and then every time I'd go a little faster until I get to the speed that I really want to play at. So for now, let's slow it down just a little bit and give you an example with that pattern. All around the cobbler's bench, notice sometimes on the third beat I also added an up strum, and that's okay. So then what happens is I've got down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. And that's okay. It's all right to try different strum patterns or even mix them up a little bit. That's perfectly fine to try a few different ways and get creative. Now, this is where we're going to talk about the melody, picking the melody. So for this one, we won't need the top string technically at all. But I want to point out that on our ukuleles, the way we have them tuned, anytime you see G, that third finger G on the E string, technically it's the same note as the top string. So I could cheat and play the open string on the top. But we're trying to get used to using the fingers. So that's why this shows us, like right here on that G, okay, that shows third finger or third fret on that string. That's why. But technically I could play the top string in place of that. So I'm starting with my open C string. Remember, if there's a 0 on it, it's open, and then like right here, that's still on the same string, but it's second fret. And then I'm moving up to the E string, although physically I'm moving down to the E string, and then same string, third, back to open. Okay, so you kind of got to follow which string you're on as well as which fret. So let's see if I can do this. All right. Now, before I go any further, I want to point out I'm also watching the rhythm in the top part. So I've got a half note and then a quarter note. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay, so you got to count those and you got to watch the rhythm up above. You can't just watch the tab. Unless you know how it's supposed to sound, then maybe you're okay. So let's try it out. From the beginning again. Got C2, C, D2, D, E, G, E, C, my bad, G, C, C, D, 2, D, E, 2, 3, C2, G, C2, C, D2, D, E, G, E, C2. Now bottom string for A, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right, now I even made some mistakes in there because I clearly did not practice this enough. So now I would go find those mistakes, I'd work on those spots a little bit more to really get them comfortable, and then I would do the whole thing all together. All right? So in this one, technically they don't write anything that needs the top string, but again, anytime you see this open G, or I'm sorry, that third finger G, you could play open instead. So how about I show you the top line. Actually, no, I'm going to show you this second line, and I'm going to replace this G with the top string, okay? So I'd have D, D, E, 2, 3, C2, top string. In that case, I think it's a little easier. Now here on this G, I could also go up there, but it's a bigger jump actually for what fingers are changing over here. So the E to the G, I like to just stay on the same string. So I'd go E, third finger. That one I think is easier to just keep as is written. But maybe this one here you want to change and play the top string. That'd be perfectly acceptable. Okay? So if you have questions, reach out to me in the meeting space or I'll see you in class. Until next time, good luck, keep playing. I'll see you later.